So this is how they did it. This is how they took a whole continent with people already living on it. The doctrine of discovery. Doctrine of discovery. A series of papal decrees issued by the Pope in the Vatican. The doctrine claimed that Christian nations could take possession of lands occupied by non-Christians who were often described as uncivilized and in need of Christian rule. It became one of the foundations used to justify colonization in the Americas. So basically, Indians were already living here. Europeans felt they had a greater right to rule because they felt that the Indian territories were uncivilized. And all of this was blessed by the Pope and the Vatican. That is why this don't mean shit to us, because the last Pope apologized as well. Now this Pope is apologizing again. The first American Pope, which I find interesting. All of this became a justification for colonization in America, and it all stems back to Christianity. Jesus was not a Christian. Sunday is not the Sabbath. The question was never, were we here? The question was, how did they have a right, and how did they take this land from us? Indigenous people have rights that other communities don't have. That's why all this is important. We're not supposed to be under. We're supposed to be beside, if you know what I'm saying. We have a right to self-governance, and they took that away from us. We were already a nation before America was even formed. Y'all get how they didn't want us around them, and so they created segregation, but we were so successful, they came and burned all that stuff down and made us integrate because they needed our dollars, because they know if we are able to not have to use them, we're not gonna use them, we're gonna use each other. So they have to make sure we are forever consumers and that we don't belong here. Everybody knew but us. Like, that should tell you something. What big celebrity, big journalist, big blogger, big anybody, big page on Instagram, hater room, what have they said? How are they helping us do our genealogy, do our ancestry, learn this stuff? It's up to us. Y'all got to look around. Nobody is here for us because they're all getting paid. It ain't about skin. It's about money. Rich versus poor. So stop focusing on the YT man, because y'all gonna gag when you really find out the real tea behind this whole thing. Because what did our grandma say? All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Where do you think that came from?